Hi friends, it's Julie. Welcome back to 15-minute stream of consciousness on each of the 12 zodiac signs. And now let's talk about Aries. This is the last one in this series I'm doing, which is ironic because Aries is the first of the 12 zodiac signs to burst into existence. And right away I have the image of the Big Bang, whether or not you believe in that theory, just this sense of existence, an explosion, a sudden expressive exclamation point into existence. It's like an infant bursting out of the womb. What a contrast to go from Pisces, maybe being in that womb space state of consciousness, of oneness and just eternal Neptunian love with the mother, to be burst out into the independent me. I am my own child, just to exist. And the feeling I feel with Aries energy is very much the feeling of me, so to speak, like the feeling that I feel as maybe a contrast, to try to put words to it, a contrast to after leaving a party or after connecting with someone one-on-one, and then, or even just walking into my house, my cabin at the end of the day by myself, and I step in the door and it's still dark before I turn the light on. And I just feel the contrast between the whole day I just had, the party I just left, the friend who I was just connecting with deeply one-on-one. And I feel the contrast between that engagement and just, my own energy just resting into this dark room before I turn the light on and my mind is engaged externally again. It's inward focused, though. It can be extremely extroverted because it has so much energy. I say it's inward focused because it is a sense of me. It is the attention on me. What do I need right now? What do I want right now? What excites me right now? Where am I headed today? What do I want to get done? What are my goals and ambitions? And so, I don't like the word selfish because it's a judgment, and it shouldn't be in this case. That's just the nature of Aries, is that it's there to function, to turn us back to look in at ourselves and check in on myself and how am I doing and how do I feel and what does my aura feel like, what does my energy feel like in the contrast with other people I'm engaging in or the society around me. It's just me in my solitude. And you can get existential with it. I feel like there's this sense of Aries that's very spiritual in a way of who am I? And asking that both on the personal level of I have these likes, I have these dislikes, I know what I want, I'm gonna get it. And just knowing who I am in that way, or the journey of getting to know who I am in that way. But then on there is a spiritual quality to this initiatory spark of fire that is but really, who am I? And the kind of, was it Ramana who asked that self-inquiry? Who am I really? Because the Aries, it is on the ego level. It's very much about the human level of identity and likes and dislikes and things like that. But then the who am I, right? That's about beyond this lifetime, beyond the likes and dislikes. Who am I? And so it's kind of this both personal and existential question about identity in the profoundest and the most human sense of identity. And so that's a lot about the archetype of Aries. More personified, it's ruled by the ram, ramming its head into things, going head first. It rules the head of the body and the root chakra. It's ruled by Mars, a lot of fiery energy. It's cardinal fire, which is fire on fire. It's initiating fire. It's the spark. So that could look like the warrior, the leader who is courageous in the sense that they don't even think about it. It's not an air sign. They don't even feel into it. It's not a water sign. It's a fire sign, and they just go for it. If they get the whim, they just catch the whim and go for it. And it's, it's it can be really inspiring to others because it will take action where others might like the idea but not know how to do it, or not, for some reason, like, be held back in actually taking action. And yeah, the Aries is the action sign. It's like, I'm ready. Are you coming? Like, come on, let's do this. Or like, I know how to get this done. Like, come on. Like, and it's also, this feeling of passion and inspiration, motivation. And when it feels that about something, it can ignite others. And we're like, you guys, this is super important. Or like, like if it has, like, if it's a more visionary Aries who is in the leadership position and like, you guys, like, let's get this project started. Like, we're going to save the world. Like, you can do it too. Here, I'll teach you how to do it. Come on. It believes in you. It's like the coach, right? The motivational speaker, it can catch other people on fire in a good way also. And it like can like burst your confidence and like, or boost your confidence, boost you up. And it just has that like intensity to it, where of course it also can, be things like the warrior or war or angry. Sometimes an Aries can just snap like a spark. All of a sudden, this friction is like building and then it sparks. And it can spark when it feels defensive of itself or of someone else who it cares about, or a cause that it cares about. It can be just angry if it feels like it, in some way, its ego is being offended. And it can just snap and let you know where its position is. And sometimes it's not here to really consider others. It can forget to consider others. It can forget to consider itself even. It's instinctual. It's very much just like acting on passion. It's a lot of like, that Mars root chakra kind of like raw sexual impulse, where, whatever object catches its attention and its passion or its inspiration, it can like hunt it down, and just want to express. There's like all of this Martian energy that needs expression. It's really embodied. It's important that the body has like many physical outlets, different like like jogging, martial arts, kickboxing, sparring, lifting weights, dancing. And it's good if it can, like, it likes to set goals. It likes to kind of in a Saturnian way. Excuse me. It can like the feeling of achievement and setting goals and feeling competitive to like get to the top, or to be the first or the best in some way. Of course, it's best when that competition is for personal growth and personal excellence, and it's like beating my own time, like getting faster and faster on my sprint, goals that it can set that are headed in the right direction, goals that it can set that are productive and can help others too, any progressive humanitarian initiative. It's willing to fight and not give up. And it has the physical energy to put something together. Like permaculture is coming to mind, like someone who can physically exert themselves and, they're not talking about it, they're doing it. And you can do it too. And they're inspiring you and they're teaching you how to do it too. Like, here, this is a hands-on physical exertion, work exertion for my body that can inspire others and like that's like a good outlet, for a leadership position, a leadership energy. It's very fast. Yeah, it's like moved by the body and by impulse. And that's what it's here to do. It's not here to deliberate. It's not here to talk it over with you and see what you have to say about it. Not saying that it couldn't benefit from that, but archetypically it's here to know who it is, know its likes and dislikes, know what its body is telling it to move towards because it feels excitement about it. And it's here to like pump you up, you know, like what are those called? Like the party things, an MC or something. Like I'm thinking of like at a wedding or something, and the DJ is like, yeah, put your hands in the air. Definitely shameless. It's like the child. Aries, it's like, look at me, mommy. I'm on top of the monkey bars. I climbed on top of the monkey bars. Or like, look, mom, like I climbed to the top of this tree. Get down from there. You know, like it inspires anger in others sometimes. Like, I told you to be careful. You know, so because yeah. Protection and because it's not thinking, it's not here to think about stuff, or it's not thinking about consequences. And so, you know, the mature Aries over time will keep being a child, but can have a little more foresight about maybe safety, not getting into accidents, consequences, slowing down. The Aries energy, it's here to charge into things. It's here to spark us into action, motivate us, move us to do something, give us a feeling of passion and purpose and drive and inspiration and attraction, and to give us the physical energy to extend ourselves and to get it to like touch on the world and do the physical work. So it's ruled by Mars, the Martian, fire dominance first, best, ist. It's the ist. And that like it's very the innocent child, the spark. It's like, well, where's the Aries in all of us? You know, is that spark alive? Has our identity been melted down and conformed by society? You know, has our identity had to take a backstage because of a career we're in, or a partnership we're in, or we have other priorities to our own needs at certain times in our life? And I'm speaking for maybe the rest of the zodiac here. Like, do we know who we are? Is it important for us to know who we are? This is the medicine of Aries. It's like getting back in touch with me, you know, because if you go to the polarity of Libra, it's all about you. And in Libra, the attention is all on the other person, and what do they like, and what are they thinking, and how can I help them, and how can I accommodate them, and how can I give them what they want from me in the shadow. What was I going to say about that? The Libra, it can forget about itself. When it goes to the polar extreme of Libra, it can forget that it also is Aries. It also has a unique individual in it. And it can yield its own desires and preferences and needs and things in order to give for others. And that's the function of Libra, and it's beautiful also. And the function of Aries is to remind us, like when I go home at the end of the day, like, what do I love the most? How can I deeply nourish myself? How can I entertain myself? You know, and it's kind of those questions that you would ask a little kid. Like, what's your favorite color? What kind of food do you like the best? Like, do you know how to do this thing? You know, and the little kid would be like, this one's my favorite. I don't like that one. Look what I can do. You know, those are all like very Aries states of consciousness, because it's discerning who I am from who I'm not. And on the relative level, that's important. So, okay, anything else about Aries? I've got 10 seconds. So it's 15 minutes stream of consciousness on Aries, and I've completed all 12 of the zodiac signs, 15-minute stream of consciousness. I did it. That feels more Capricornian. But, you know, I set a goal and it happened. I don't really think that way though. But anyway, because I feel like it just happened through me. It was like I didn't even do it. It just was grace that it happened. Yeah, if you'd like a reading, contact me at prismclouds@gmail.com. I'll put that in the description box below, along with my website and any afterthoughts I might have. Thank you for joining me on 15 minutes through the zodiac. Let me know if you have any other ideas about videos you'd like to see. Astrological videos.